Hey YouTube, this is World's First Man, and hope this finds you doing well. I put this together. I know it's kind of crude, but don't let that take away from the information. Just real quick, hopefully make this real quick, be in and out. Just want to let you know what this is all about. Maybe you can do your own research and see what you can come up with from the timeline. But this is basically all centered around Zechariah 1 and 12, where the Lord said he has indignation for Jerusalem, for basically it's like the 10 years. Now, what's very important there is that he says 60, which is 60 in 10 years, not 11 years. So basically, Jerusalem would not see 71 years. And so, since I was looking and starting with trying to find a 40-day sign that was going to lead me to this ending, I started from when Israel actually turned 71. So that would be May 14th, 2019. And then there's some people that were also figuring that if it wasn't going to actually be going by May 14th, 2019, that it would be by the Festival of Lights, which would bring us also to the May 30th slash 31st of 2019. So going from that day, May 14, 2019, I just started doing the 40-day watches, because I believe that there is going to be a 40-day sign that we will receive, alerting us to when that ending, or when we should be awake. If we're not already awake, you should be awake already anyways. So going back from there, I went down to December 5th. And the reason why I went through this December 5th is because that's about, it was a little bit before that time when I started putting all this together. So on the same side, on the right-hand side, under the Festival of Lights, I did the same thing. And you can stop and pause this, and hopefully you can get this clear. You can get the dates. But like I said, it's pretty easy to do. If you go from May 14, 2019, and you can get to a date calculator and just do subtract 40 days, and you can put that out to how many times you want to repeat, it'll do it pretty quick for you. And you'll get to all these dates that I have here. And you can do the same with May 30th, May 31st, 2019. So after I did that, I noticed that there was actually a pattern in between those dates. That was a 17 and 25 day pattern going between the dates. So from December 5th to the December 21st slash 22nd. I didn't know why the Spirit was telling me to write like that. And to be honest, I still can't explain exactly why. But I know it had something to do with the evening and the morning. And I did see a video of a lady online. And forgive me, I really can't think of her channel is, but I know it starts with Pearl. So there's Pearl something, an Indian lady. But she come up basically with the same date too, and she had 21st slash 22nd, and she really couldn't explain as to why she was coming up with that date either. But as far as the Festival of Lights, that's why I wrote them with like the 30th slash 31st and stuff like that. So I don't believe Israel is going to make it to 71. So that's why I have May 14th as this cutoff. So we really won't even be getting to May 30th slash 31st of 2019 either, because you're just not going to get there. So I don't know if that makes you excited. It's like mixed emotions. Fear, excited, everything all wrapped up in one. But if you look at the dates, it shows us that we're pretty much within inside of like 4 months, and less than that if we're looking for a 40-day sign. It's got to be actually less than that for this 40-day sign to be coming up. So I believe all this is going to take us to the same point of the 400 years or the Hebrews being released, and us starting a new chapter, whether it's going to be gone the next second, or moving into a period of another 7 years, wherever that may be looking like, we are definitely expecting to see some change coming up. And so I didn't come up with this right away. As you can still see, like I'm doing this now, this is very crude. But since I got this before the 5th, but which I believe it was before November 10th. If you did go look up November 10th, which I didn't write down, you'll find that on November 10th, it was a day of explosion for President Trump. People were upset with him that he didn't make it over to Winston Churchill's memorial. So I guess he had expected rain and he didn't make it there like all the presidents in the past have done. So again, with me actually starting and getting this information, I had to wait till the 5th for the first thing to come up. And me just checking the history in the 5th, it didn't seem like anything really important was gonna come up on this date that would make me say, okay, that's mourning. But lo and behold, George Bush had passed on the November 30th, so it was December 5th that President Trump had declared December 5th a national day of mourning. So this pattern goes lamentation, mourning, and then woe. So again, December 5th was a day of mourning. Then we moved up to December 21st or 22nd. And here again, I had to wait for this. And I just wanted confirmation. Yes, I got something from the 5th, but I wanted a little bit more confirmation to see what was going to happen on the 21st or 22nd. And what happened on that day was the Indonesia tsunami. And the early reports from that were 222 people were dead from that tsunami. And not only that, something else that I found strange when I was looking up the information for the 22nd is that every time I kept finding a report for the tsunami, everything kept coming up and referencing that a band was playing. So I was wondering what was the name of the band. And just like from the 5th through to the 22nd, that was the 17-day count. The band that was actually playing and had a number of their members killed that day was 17. And so right now we're looking at the next day on here as being January 14th, and that would be a lamentation. And just looking back in history right now, that's called the Day of Ratification. It's actually like the Treaty of Paris. And so basically what that was Great Britain basically signed a treaty with the 13 colonies to let them practice their freedom over here, which will eventually turn into the United States. So could that be a sign of, just from history of releasing people and people in their freedom that had to do something with the 400 years. And ironically here, I believe it was Rap the News Today, he had just come up with a video himself that was talking about Great Britain, and that it would be Britain that we're going to have to do something with the Hebrews and their releasing as well, since they created this Israel. So again, this is the pattern. 17 days. Next one's 25 days. Then there's 17 days here. 25 days, 17 days. And it's all going mourning, woe, lamentations. Mourning, woe, lamentations. Mourning and a woe. And I guess we can also say, just judging from the past, just trying to look at this from the past, that since this day was a political figure, that these ones might be, and that this was a tsunami here dealing with water, that 23rd and the April 20th may also be dealing with water and tsunami. And I do find it peculiar with the Ezekiel 2 and 10, where he talks about that he was actually in, if you go into chapter 3, I believe it is, where he's talking about Chebar, where he sat down by the river Kibar, and that would be modern day, Tel Aviv. That would be modern day Tel Aviv. And so if you're looking up YouTube, or not YouTube, but Wikipedia, you'll actually find how that talks about that name and being season and flood on a hill. So that, I think that would be a very big sign if we did make it to the February 23rd, and that being a flood on the hill, and with it also being a coastal location. Again, it could be another tsunami. But all this will be in time, as I had to wait for the December 5th and the 22nd, which actually came up to be something. We'll wait till January 14th to see what happens there. So if you would like to send me an email, I'm not really looking for too much comments, but maybe somebody may want to add something to this. You can more than welcome to email me at world.firstman@yahoo.com. All right, talk to you later.